Good morning, dudes. I'm Hilah, and welcome to the Hilah Cooking Saturday vlog, where I answer your cooking questions. Last week I did fried chicken, and a lot of people were curious about the pepper vinegar that I put on my chicken right before I ate it. And I guess I just assumed everyone knew about that, but if you're not from the South or Texas, you probably don't. So pepper vinegar is something that a lot of people will put on like greens, like collard greens and kale a lot. I also like to put it on home fries and french fries, and you can buy it, like I think Louisiana Hot Sauce makes a brand. It's sometimes called sport peppers, and they're like these little yellow peppers, a little jar packed with these little yellow peppers and then with vinegar in it. And you can always just add more vinegar when you run out, so that's a good money-saving tip. But this, I made some ghost pepper vinegar last year. One of my YouTube buddies, SVT Contour, sent me a whole bunch of different, like, exotic hot peppers that he grew. So what I did to make this is probably like a 12-ounce bottle of vinegar. Heat the vinegar up, and then I put 2 ghost peppers and 2 cloves of garlic in there, and just cut a little slit or poke a hole in your peppers. You can use any kind of peppers, hot peppers, so that the vinegar can get in there and they don't float. They'll actually sink and more of the flavor will get out. Just warm your vinegar up till it's just about simmering, and then pour it in there and let it sit for maybe a month. And I made this one in September. It lasts a long time, but and yeah, I can just keep adding vinegar to this as it goes. And I used a combination for this one of malt vinegar and apple cider vinegar, and I like it really well. So there's that. And then also on the green tomatoes, I did fried green tomatoes too. There was some confusion about what are green tomatoes, and some people were thinking they're a different variety of tomato. I assure you that while there are varieties of tomatoes that remain green when they're fully ripe, what I was using was unripe. I think they were beefsteak tomatoes. I think that's what we mostly picked. So they're just unripe tomatoes. They're really firm. Excuse me. They're really crisp. They're very bland. They don't have that tomato sweetness. And then they get a little bit tart when they're cooked, though. So yeah, you can maybe get those at farmers markets if you don't have your own. You might need to ask some of the tomato growers if they would mind picking a few green for you, and maybe even pay for them a week ahead of time or something. But they probably would do that if they have a good crop this year. What else? Okay, so that's all the questions. The Learn to Cook Book Club is still happening, so Monday night, Central Standard Time, I'll be hanging out on Google+. And I think what I might do is I still have a bunch of green tomatoes I need to take care of, so I think what I might do is can some green tomato relish. So anybody wants to come watch, do that. I'm not like an expert canner by any means, but I've done it a few times. So it's a good way to just store produce that you might have, a bounty of, a cornucopia, which I do. So I'll be doing that on this Monday, and I'm headed to a crawfish boil right now. So everyone have a great weekend. I am planning on having a fabulous weekend, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.